All right, Moses joining the desk. We're talking Lloydminster Bobcats. And of course, for the most part, you would expect the forwards to be leading the way when it comes to your offense. But for the Bobcats, it's just not the case.
You know what? The good news is they're defenders on the blue line. And these pair of cats, well, they're moonlighting as snipers, getting the job done at both ends.
Here's Coons. Shot on goal. Tipped in front. Tommy Nixon save. Rebound. Scores!
It's a familiar sight for the Lloydminster Bobcats this season. A blast from the point, a goal in the back of the net. Veteran defensemen Tyler Coons and Lyndon Springer lead the team in scoring with 18 and 15 points respectively.
It's hard to kind of explain it. We're just kind of in the right spot right now. Pucks are finding their way to the net. Things are just clicking for us right now. We're getting tons of opportunities, power play. Power play's been lights out this year also, so that's definitely helping out quite a bit.
What's impressive is not only are the Blue Liners getting on the board, they're getting the job done in their own end. The Cats are tied for third with the fewest goals allowed in the league.
We're also keeping the puck out of our net quite a bit, which is obviously the most important part. Defense is very strong this year. Credit to our goaltenders too. I guess when you take care of your end, you're in there for less time and you're in the offensive zone more, so with that you get more chances.
Well, top scoring defenseman isn't anything new. Take for instance the NHL. Guys like PK Subban and Erik Karlsson normally lead the way for their teams, but when you have top two defenders as your top two scorers, that's a little bit more rare. And while head coach Gary Van Herway says it's great that the Blue Liners are chipping in offensively, says he would like to see a little bit more contribution from his forwards.
To have two guys leading a third of the way in, that's great. And to get that kind of offensive production from your back end is tremendous. But like I say, the guys up front can't sit back and rely on that happening every night.
But for now, the team will take whatever offense they can muster, whether it's from the point or on the doorstep. It's also good for little bragging rights.
It's always good for a laugh on Monday who ended up with more. It's not like we're jealous of the other guy for getting more or anything. We're proud of each other.
As of right now, there are no Cats in the top 20 for scoring in the league, but the captain isn't concerned.
We're scoring by committee. We don't have anybody in the lead scoring, but we're second in the north. So if you're worried about guys being up top, then I think that's kind of a side factor.
Nara Manisa, Newcap Sports.
Well, Coons and Springer hope to keep their goal-scoring tally up once again when they host another North Division opponent at the Civic Center. The Bobcats are 2-1 against the Crusaders this season, winning their most recent game a week ago in Sherwood Park. The two teams are neck and neck in the standings, tied with 26 points apiece. With one of the highest scoring defensive teams in the league, coach and GM Gary Van Herway explains what his squad needs to do in tonight's contest to notch two valuable points.
Obviously, we got to keep their defense out of the game, and that's where their depth are. They're very strong on defense, and I mean their goaltending, Nixon. If you give him the opportunity to stop the puck and get his confidence and get his feet moving, he's been very successful this year. So, we've got to battle hard in front of him, and we've got to find a way to get some redirections and deflections and make his job a lot tougher than we have made in the past.
Now, puck drop is at the Civic Center, scheduled for 7:30. Moving on now, they're known as the last line of defense, stopping pucks that can reach speeds up to 100 miles per hour. These masked men are known to be fearless, perhaps a little crazy, but also determined, like one such goaltender for the Baker Hughes Bobcats.
It's really helped to learn how to control your emotions and keep calm even when things aren't going your way. Like being young, if you're struggling a bit, catching up to the speed, you learn how to just not get too high or too low and keep an even keel.
He's had a taste of the WHL life.
In the inter-squad game, it was pretty high tempo and it was good to be a part of that.
A mere toe in the water, but when Austin McGrath returned to the Baker Hughes Bobcats, the coaches took notice.
You could definitely tell when he came back from Medicine Hat that he was determined to be there next year. And I think that's a big thing that we've seen out of him.
Learned a lot playing with the older guys, so look forward to giving it another shot next year.
And the fourth-round pick of the 2013 Bantam draft has been on a roll of late, a big reason for the team's turnaround after a slow start to the season.
We got a lot of good guys here, and we work hard in practice, so when everyone's working hard, it really helps you get back to being comfortable with everyone and just playing as good as you can.
Making the job easier for the Blue Liners.
They know if they do give up an odd man rush that he's got to save. There's not a lot of pucks that beat him other than shots from the point. that are screened, and that's the only way he's been beaten lately.
A big body with big game, McGrath has few detractors and a whole lot of praise.
I got to watch him in Bantam. I got to watch him quite a bit last year with this team, and with that U16 Challenge Cup and that, and he's definitely one of the best goalies around that I've been able to see.
In the meantime, McGrath will showcase his talents in the border city with his sights on playing Major Junior, not far from his grasp.
Using the opportunity as good as I can and moving to the next level soon.